Bam. And we're back.
Yeah, this
This is definitely
go ahead. Give them
part
go
two.
ahead and preface it.
Hey, this is part two. We're gonna start this off with John Morant and Steph Curry on the same squad. Who's scoring more? Go ahead, Mike. What you got to say about that?
Okay, so picking up from where we left off, because yeah, y'all have to go listen to part one because we got into this point guard debate, and here we are. But
We are here.
it's piggybacking off our first part. That's it's I don't think it's a clear answer for that because they both basically attract so much attention on the floor that they probably both dropping 30 a game for real. Like every game. You know what I mean? Like unless Steph just have a cold night like he had the other night, just 2 for 12, but then he decides to just not take it to the cup. But
Mhm.
I don't see a way that uh I don't know. I would wanna say Steph will score the most.
Well, let's break it down then.
And
Let's
that's
break it down.
because he already don't need no room to shoot as it is. And then you got Ja Morant on the floor driving to the cup like that. Because who has Steph Curry had that can just go to the rim and that's a force going to the rim? Who
Nobody.
has he had? So
Nobody.
yeah, I mean, considering Ja can't shoot like Steph, you can sometimes wall him off.
So,
But
do you
with
think
Steph,
that?
like,
Let me ask you like this. Let me break down in piece by piece for you. Do you think
okay.
that John Morant is going to get more assists by way of playing with Steph Curry, or is he going to score more? Answer that first part.
I think he's gonna get more assists because Steph is available to shoot.
Okay, so giving you that, the John Morant is going to be more of an assister, more of a facilitator, and
Yeah.
Steph is going to score a lot.
I mean,
Flip
I won't say more of a facilitator.
So flip it then. Do you think if will Steph be more of a facilitator than a scorer if he's playing alongside John Morant?
I think Steph would probably be more of a facilitator because Ja does have
They
that
both can't
downhill
be
ability.
facilitators now.
Huh?
They both can't be facilitators. So one of them has to
No,
be.
but I would think Steph would be that because I haven't seen Steph play with a dynamic slasher type. Because you would say Ja is like a slasher, right?
Yeah, yeah. I agree with
Okay,
that.
so yeah, with him playing with somebody that's basically probably the best slasher in the I can't think. I mean, is the Aaron Fox up with John Morant for you? Well, no, after that dunk he just did the other day, no, I think he might be the best slasher in the game right now.
Who?
And he just reminded us of that. Ja, when he dunked on who did he just
Oh,
dunk on? Because he like doo-dooed on him. He was just like,
he only played
hmm,
one game. He dunked on
yeah.
it was in New Orleans. New Orleans. Who was
Yeah,
that?
he put nuts on that man's head. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, he did.
And and
Yeah.
so
Was that Valanciunas?
yeah, I forget who it was. I will
Might
have
have
to
been
see the clip again.
Valanciunas.
But with and then he created that shot off the dribble too, if I'm not mistaken. Or did he get it? Did he
He
get a
did.
pass?
He passed it, drove. They gave it back to him. He had one dribble, I think, and put it up.
Right. So imagine that Steph Curry getting the pass from Ja to get it back to him. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm gonna give and go with Steph.
Okay,
And
so who's gonna be the
Steph give him the
facilitator?
ball back and he just finished. Like that ooh wee.
So
Hey,
who's gonna be the facilitator? Who's gonna be the scorer? You
I
still
mean,
have to answer
Steph
the
gonna be the
question.
facilitator. Steph is gonna be.
And
I mean,
John's
but
gonna be the.
they damn near alternate. Really, I don't know that either of them is the facilitator.
I think Ja is gonna be more of the facilitator because he can draw all the defense and chuck it off to Dame right now and to
I'm.
Triple J.
I
So
mean,
I think Ja will be more facilitator in opening up Steph's game as far
Okay, well,
as pulling everybody away from him. Because
I,
Steph's not a machine. He does have his off nights, just like the other
I
night. He
mean,
has off nights.
that's it's
But if he
this
had
this
somebody like
question.
Ja Morant to break down that defense, to be running straight to the cup, they're gonna like, okay, well, we gotta worry about this dude getting to the free throw line and booming on us. Steph Curry's gonna be wide open eventually. Wide open.
I mean, that's kind of that go both ways though.
Steph Curry isn't gonna do what Ja Morant does by going to the hoop.
No, he's not gonna dookie, but he gonna finesse, throw a floater or a real high layup off the top of the glass. You know what Steph do going to the cup.
Yeah, I do. But I'm saying, like, Steph Curry isn't going to draw all the attention into the paint. They're going to let
Yes,
Steph
he
get that.
is.
They're
Yes,
going to
he
let
is.
Steph get that. Go ahead and have that, Steph. We don't want you shooting 30.
Nah,
Go
you
ahead
don't
and
watch
have
enough
those
Steph
layups.
Curry, do you? You don't watch enough Steph, do you?
I do watch Steph Curry. He
Oh,
gets
okay.
attention, but he get more of attention when he's on 3-point line than he does going to the hoop.
I mean,
100%
yeah,
he does.
but I mean, when he go to the cup,
But Ja
they
Morant,
crowd
when he
him.
goes to the cup, everybody and their mama trying to block his stuff.
Yeah,
Everybody and
but
his
they do the
mama
same.
trying to
They
steal
do the
the
same with
phone.
Steph. They do the same with Steph. You know how many foul
Not
calls Steph don't get that
necessarily.
you know
Not
how many foul.
necessarily.
Yes, they. Yeah, you.
Not necessarily.
I'm gonna ask you to watch more Warrior games and tell me how much Steph is going to the cup
I've watched a
and
few.
actually not
I've
getting the
watched a few.
calls that he should get because he should get
He's getting
way
more
more.
fouls shooting perimeter than he is going to the hoop, homeboy. Because
No,
when Steph
no,
Curry
no,
goes to the
no.
hoop, it's either a pump fake and he's going to the hoop and he has to pass like one defender. There's probably one other defender. He's not getting the attention that Ja Morant is getting to the hoop.
You gonna make me like
That's not. Puff up
get on
is.
2K and simulate this because no, it's just that's an exciting combination. And then
It
okay,
is.
what I wanted to cut you off, which is wrong because I got off, I landed my part. But when I did want to cut you off, I wanted to cut you off by saying when I'm saying that Steph is going for more, I'm looking at Steph's roster and just adding Ja to it. If you add Steph to Ja's roster, then Ja is probably the facilitator because that team is built around Ja. Steph team is built around Steph.
Okay.
So if I mean on each, if you put Ja on Steph's team, then Steph is more the facilitator. If you put Steph on Ja, then Ja's more the facilitator. So let's
Okay.
do
Let
this.
me
Let's
let
have
me
let's
let me get
have
another
even
piece.
more fun. Let's have even more fun. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Let me get another piece of this. Who's the better
Okay.
defender, John
I
Morant or
don't
Steph
know. That's a
Curry?
good question. I don't know because Steph is not a slouch defender either.
He's not a slouch, but he's not a lock him down type of defender.
I mean,
Neither
and
is
Ja not
Ja,
Ja isn't
but
either.
I think Ja gets a lot more steals, a lot more. He has a lot more athleticism. He is 10 years younger than the guy.
I mean,
So
yeah.
I mean, he does have a little more ups. But that's why I think that Ja would be more of a facilitator than
Ja will
Steph
probably
because
turn into Dwayne
he.
Wade at that point. No,
I
I'm just
don't
saying
know
because
about
he
that.
does have that ability to, like, he got the length and stuff to. I mean, if he, it would be interesting if he could. I'm not saying Ja is even out of that realm yet. Imagine Ja turning into Dwayne Wade on defense. Like all he got to do is start running off rings, and he might mess around and end up in the goat discussion. I don't know if he'll be the goat,
I
but
mean,
he'll be considered one of the best shooting guards in the game ever, like one of the GOAT shooting guards.
I think. I mean, I don't know. I can't see. I mean, John Morant's a decent defender. He's not the best. He's only been in the league, 4 years? 3, 4 years? I mean, so he has a lot of room to grow in his game. Could he get better? Heck yeah, he could get better. But comparing these point guards, supposedly point guards, I think John Morant is more of a point guard than Stephen Curry. That's the whole reason why this probably got brought up out of my brain because I'm trying to show you the difference between this day and age point guards and yesteryears. Stephen Curry reminds me of Reggie Miller, setting picks, running around, trying to good for his shot. You ain't see Reggie
Who
Miller
reminds
dunking
you?
a lot. You ain't see Reggie Miller trying to do too much with the with facilitating. He was a scorer. That's what he had him there for. He was not there to block shots at the rim. He was there to score. And to me, that is a shooting guard. Look at Garland, point guard. Look at De'Aaron Fox, point guard. Look at
That's
James Harden, point guard. I
that's
mean,
not
those
fair. Because
are
okay,
point guards.
hold on.
In this day and age,
Is James Harden really a point guard?
I mean, he's probably a natural shooting guard,
He's a
but
facilitator.
he's a
I won't
facilitator.
just give him. I just won't
He's
give him point guard like that
he's a
because
playmaker.
he gets selfish. There we go. Yeah, okay. I mean
He does.
that's
He
another
does.
interesting wrinkle to put into
But
this
that's
James
also an
Harden.
attribute
But
that a general has to have. A floor general has to have the attribute of being selfish sometimes. Because if you I'm passing to you, you're not making shots, I'm gonna have to take over the game to where now the defense is looking to me, and then I can give you wide open shots. That's the whole purpose of a floor general.
you know
Change up
what?
the game.
You know what?
I know
Ja
who.
would probably be the facilitator
Okay. Okay.
because he could be walled off. But I'm saying that, and I'm going to introduce this. You
Okay.
naming all of these guards, but give outside of James Harden because he has his own shooting ability. Give De'Aaron Fox Steph Curry shooting ability. Give Darius Garland Steph Curry shooting ability. I'm talking about top to bottom, the whole thing.
And they'd be
And
shooting guards. Duh.
what?
They'd
What?
be shooting guards. If
How?
they had if
How?
they had Stephen Curry's shooting ability, they would be slotted over to the shooting guard because Steph Curry to me is a shooting guard.
But
He's
you're
not
gonna
a
give
point.
De'Aaron Fox
He's
point
not a
guard
floor
over.
general. He's not a floor
So
general.
De'Aaron Fox is more of a point guard than Steph Curry. That's what you're saying.
Yes,
Are you sure?
I am sure about that.
Although he has a Demontis Sabonis, that's pretty much like the facilitating of a
He's
Draymond
like a
Green.
Draymond.
Yeah.
He's a point forward. He's point forward. But we talking about guards here, not forwards,
No,
guards.
but I'm saying like there's more. In
Colin
that case,
Sexton.
why is it that it took for them to receive first they had to let go of Halliburton because they had to choose who they were going to let basically be the front runner of
The
their team.
floor general,
Then
yes.
it's for them to be propel themselves as a team. They had to go actually get the facilitating Demontis Sabonis in order for them to actually elevate.
Actually, I
So
think they had to get the distractor because when you have a big man that can pass and rebound and block shots and score, that to me is a distractor. So it doesn't mean that he was going to be the point forward. It was mean that De'Aaron Fox is able to move around the court more because he has Sabonis down there that's going to be able to pass it to him and be able to find him. I don't think that Sabonis will be considered a point guard. I'm speaking of guards here, not who helps the guards, but who
no,
are
I'm not
actual
saying
guards. Colin Sexton, guard. Tyrese Maxey,
yeah, but
guard. Points, point guard.
I'm 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 just adding. I'm starting to introduce the layers of why or how somebody is or isn't a point guard, and since we trying to slap the actual true point guard label on. I'm okay.
Mm-hmm. I know, and I don't know. That's what these discussions help us to be better fans. You're gonna see a point guard in Steph Curry. I'm gonna see a shooting guard. You're gonna see a facilitator in Sabonis. I'm gonna see a distractor. You're gonna see. I mean, Joel Embiid brings up the ball. Tobias Harris brings up the ball. But when you think about point guards that are changing the way the game's momentum is going, or needing to score, we have these new age guards in the league right now. They've been in the league for the last 5 years, changing the game. They're not just floor generals, they're scorers, they're playmakers, they're pick and roll all stars. Speaking of
I got
all
a question.
stars,
I got a really good
speaking
question.
of all stars,
I got a real good
let's
question.
vote. Vote for your all star. Tyrese
Oh yeah,
Maxey! Just put that on.
definitely.
Go ahead.
Yeah, make sure y'all go vote for Cade Cunningham too. And don't attack my team. Whatever. The
I
Lions
can't
went
vote
0
for nobody's
16.
team
Leave me
on the
alone.
East.
The
I
Lions went 0
cannot.
16.
I cannot vote for anybody on the East Coast except for my guy. It's my guys. I can't. I'm sorry for you. It is what it is. It's my decision.
Yeah. Okay. Well, look, I got this question for you.
I'm listening.
Uh, is Jamal Murray a point guard a better
No,
point a better? Okay. What? He's not a point guard.
no. I think he's a shooting guard
Well,
because
well.
he has a distractor in Jokic.
Okay, see, so how is it that this is why I just that's why I just asked you that question, because basically you just said De'Aaron Fox is a point guard, although he has the distractor in Demontis Sabonis.
Yeah.
How's that? How do you, that don't even, how's Jamal Murray a point guard? I mean,
Jamal
he's
Murray
not a
to
point
me
guard, but De'Aaron Fox is.
Jamal Murray to me is a shoot first, pass second, or maybe even fourth. He's to me a shooting guard. Who is their point guard? I don't know. They just pass it to the middle and let Jamal Murray and everybody else run around Jokic, and then he passes it to somebody. They don't really have a set point guard on their squad. At least none that's starting.
This
Can you
is
name? Can you name their point guard on their starting five
who's starting five?
on the Denver Nuggets?
It's Jamal Murray, ain't it? And it's lately been is
Mm.
Reggie Jackson been starting lately while Jamal
I
been
haven't
out?
seen too many of their games. I haven't
No,
seen
it's
too
been.
many.
I think it's been Reggie Jackson starting while he's been out, if I'm not mistaken, or
Well,
he's been
see,
definitely. I think it's. I don't know. I haven't seen too many of their games either. Let me not
oh, there
hold
you
you wrong.
go. Oh, there it is.
Not the recent games either. So man, hold on. I'm
Ah,
still. I'm going off the fact that you saying that Jamal Murray not, De'Aaron Fox is, Steph Curry not.
I'm
Nah,
just
man.
saying. I'm just saying.
Nah, nah,
These are
nah.
all just things that pop in my head like straight up
I
and down.
disagree. I just disagree.
Oh, that's fine. That's
I
fine. All
disagree.
day long.
I
All day
disagree.
long.
Steph, but are we gonna answer the who going? Okay, so who you got scoring more with Steph and Ja on the same team?
Steph,
Okay, and why?
because Ja Morant gonna pass him the ball every time he can't get to the hoop. Mm-hmm.
So that makes
So
Ja Morant a point guard because he doesn't have Steph Curry's shooting acumen.
no, because like I said, when he drives to the hoop, Steph Curry could be potentially open because John Morant draws a lot more attention. That's what I said. Now,
A lot more attention. Are you sure?
yeah.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
You know, Steph a lot of times gets guarded by all five players, right? At least eyes wise, like they are always focused.
Shooting from the perimeter though. Shooting from the perimeter. You gotta put that in there. When he shoots from the perimeter, he is basically, I mean, who can stop him? Who can stop him?
Nobody.
Nobody.
This
No,
that's
absolutely
I
nobody.
still I
Nobody.
don't know what to
So
say
with
about
that
that.
being said, who when he goes to the hoop, when he drives to the hoop, who's gonna get him?
You said when he drives to the hoop, do what?
Who's gonna go? Who's gonna guard him? Who's gonna be passing him the ball when he goes to the hoop? Steph Curry.
Who? Oh, probably Ja. Duh.
Okay, so then when
I
Ja
mean,
drives to the hoop, who's gonna be throwing it to Steph? Ja Morant.
yeah.
Okay, that's all I'm saying.
I mean, but that don't make. So what are you saying? That makes Ja more of a point guard than Steph?
Yes.
That's not fair, though. That's not fair. That's not fair. Because I'm trying to get you to admit that Steph is a point guard because he just
He's
is.
not
Just
going to
because
though. It's not gonna happen though, boy.
I don't know how you can't say Steph isn't. It's just no way. And then it's not. It's like you're blaming Steph for not getting the same attention, although he does when he drives.
He doesn't get the attention that Ja does.
I mean, but he
That's gonna open up
does.
Steph's game even more. Steph might get jumped at like 2 by 2, maybe even 3 players when he's on the perimeter. He has to make those shots. He's getting like you said, he doesn't need a lot of room to look at it. If he could just get it up, boom. If he just gets a piece of it, he's gonna get it up. But John Morant, when he drives to the hoop, he's got a whole lot of attention. So he can just turn his body, twerk his body like he do, and pass it to Steph, boom, 3 points. Boom, 3 points. Boom, 3 points. Every single time.
That's crazy. That's just like I can't believe that you are actually trying to make this be the grounds in which you trying to say Ja is a point guard and Steph's not.
Yeah, I am. I'm not
Okay,
trying to.
so all right,
Yeah.
so if it's really because you're not really locking into the fact that Steph Curry draws attention when he goes to the cup. He does,
He draws some,
and
but when does he
and
go to the hoop? Is he coming from the hoop from the other side of the court? No. Is he driving all the way to the end of the coop and booming it on people or laying it up with his package? No. He's pump faking from the three. So he pump faked the first guy, steps to the side, and then tries to run towards the basket. He's only got the one more defender to pass up. He's not getting pummeled down there like John Morant would.
that's because he has his shooting ability. So
Exactly.
I don't know. That doesn't mean
He's
that
a shooting guard.
he's more of a. I mean, but
Shooting
in that
guard. Say it with
honestly,
me. Say it with me.
I would say John Morant is a shooting guard
Say it with
more
me.
than Steph isn't a point guard.
Come on, man.
No, I mean Ja will be a shooting guard.
Come on, man. He don't even
I
shoot
mean
like
for
that.
real.
He don't even shoot like that though. So how can you say that?
Because I
Because
mean he he not I just can't flat out classify him as a point guard. He
how? Why
just
not?
he has just because they put the people around him. That's like, man, in that case, Allen Iverson is a point guard.
No,
If
how?
Steph Curry not a point guard, that means Allen Iverson
How?
I,
How is Allen Iverson a point
because
guard?
you saying John got to go to the cup, and he when he
Allen
does
Iverson
do it,
goes to
he
the
get
cup.
beat up. Allen
Allen
Iverson
Iverson
was
goes
getting
to the
beat up.
cup.
That means Dwayne Wade is a point guard
No.
because he
What?
would go to the cup, draw all the attention. Yeah, because you're basically labeling Ja a point guard because he draws attention.
No, that's not why I labeled him to be a point guard. That is
Okay,
not.
why are you
That was the
why
scenario
then?
between
Why?
Steph Curry and John Morant on the same team. I said on that team, John Morant will be the point guard. Now, because I
On which
say that
team?
John Morant is more of a point guard than Stephen Curry, is because Stephen Curry is going to shoot the ball. John Morant's first notion isn't to shoot the ball, it's to pass or to drive. If he don't see none of his people open, he's going to drive that ball in there.
I disagree with that too, because Steph is not step one of Steph's first things to do is pass the ball. But
Oh,
it's
you
just the offense
pass
is
it to get it
designed
back.
around
Pass it to get it
yeah,
back. Pass
yeah,
it
but
to
that
get it
doesn't
back.
mean that he's not a point guard.
He's gonna run up to the line. He's gonna pass it, go through a screen or two, and get the ball right back. That's the way
Look,
it's set up for him. John
look,
Morant
we
don't do that.
seen
John Morant's
the
not that type. Neither
I'll
is
make this
De'Aaron
point.
Fox. Nobody is set up that way except for Steph Curry because of his shooting ability as a shooting guard.
I'm gonna make this point.
Make it
Oh, or first let me ask this question, then I'm gonna make a point.
fine.
So who's a point guard? Steph Curry or Jordan Poole?
Who's more of a point
No,
guard?
just flat out, who's a point guard? Steph Curry or Jordan Poole?
Neither one of them
Why is how? How?
because they're both shoot first.
Steph's not shoot first
Yeah,
like
he
Jordan
is.
Poole is. No, he's
Yeah,
not.
he is. Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
I disagree with that.
Okay. Let's say, Steph Curry is getting the ball from out of bounds from the other side of the rim, right? He's getting the ball, he's
Okay.
bouncing it down the court. He's gonna pass it, right? And what's he gonna do?
Okay.
Take off running to go through a couple of screens so he get the ball right back. That's a
Okay.
shooting
Is
guard.
that his fault?
That's a shooting guard, though.
No, man. I can't call
That's
Steph a
his
shooting guard.
setup.
I can't do that. I just
That's
cannot
his
call.
setup.
I can't call that man a shooting guard. It's just no way.
He's
It's not.
definitely a
It
shooting
shouldn't
guard.
be his fault that
It's
he
not his
has the
fault.
ability to
That
bring
is
the
his
ball up,
talent.
let the ball go, rip Hamilton his way around the court real quick, and then
Mm-hmm.
fling that boy up and score when he could give up the ball and somebody else could create for themselves or whatnot.
That
But
ain't the way. That
he's the
ain't the way
best
they set it.
option. And then at the same time, him doing all of that does nothing but frees up his teammates just like a normal point guard would do. He's the type of point guard that you there's no way that
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can't call
and
this
then
man a point guard.
you can't make the
You
point
just
because he's
he's
not a
you
point
can't.
guard.
I know I can make the point. It's just you got to see it that way because he is great and he is a point guard. It's just what he's able to do on the floor. You can't put a finger on that. You can't
This is the
say,
reason why
"Oh,
we
this
have a part two,
this is what he
everybody.
do." So he a point guard. I mean, he a shooting guard. You can't put a
This
finger
is
on it like that.
this is the whole reason why we got part two of this discussion
We're gonna end up
because
having part three.
we gonna end up
Because
we gonna end up
you
having part
can't
three
call
because
Steph Curry a shooting guard. You just
Mike,
can't.
Mike. Okay, let's go old school. Let's go old school. Let me break it down to you in an old school fashion. Okay, Chauncey Billups, was he a point guard or a shooting guard?
He was a point guard.
Why?
Okay, let me ask you
Why?
this.
No. I asked my question first. Why? Why
What
is
you
he a
mean
point
why?
guard?
Because he set people up. What you mean?
Okay. And who ran
That doesn't
around?
mean
Who was
but
the
if he
shooting guard? Who was the shooting guard on that squad that ran around everywhere, coming off of picks and screens, so he could
Rip
shoot?
Hamilton, but Rip Hamilton.
Okay, my
But
point
was Rip
exactly.
Hamilton? No, that's not fair. That
My
is not
point.
fair, Chuck. That's
That's
not
my
fair.
point. That's
That's
my
not
point.
fair. That's not
Right.
fair.
That's my
That's
point,
not
though.
fair.
It
Did
is
Rip
because that's
Hamilton
exactly what Steph
No,
does.
no, it's not. Did Rip Hamilton
Yes.
have the ball handling ability that Steph Curry has? No.
No.
Did Rip Hamilton have a whole entire defenses keying in on just him? No.
Yes.
No.
Yes, he did.
No, he
When he gets
didn't.
hot,
Yeah,
you
when he get
had all
hot.
kinds of players going throwing towards. They were trying to stop him from running around. You couldn't stop Hamilton from running through nothing. But that's
Not
what
for
Steph
real.
does. Steph brings the ball up. He's going to pass it to Chris Paul, and he's going to run through a couple of picks and expect the ball back at his low key spots. That's a shooting guard, honey. Deal with
No,
it.
no, I am not calling Steph Curry a damn shooting guard. I'm not
He's a
doing
shooting
that.
guard. He's a shooting
He's
guard.
not a shooting guard. Chuck, have you not seen this man play without Draymond Green?
I've been seeing him play for the last few games. Yeah,
Okay,
the last
so
few games.
yeah. Now,
He's still a shooting guard.
man, the thing about this is who's on his team, what abilities they have, and what abilities they don't have.
See,
Because
all that is just fluff, though, Mike.
If Steph is a point guard,
All that
he
is
can.
fluff,
Okay,
Mike.
he all of that is what?
All that's fluff because
No, that's not
this is
fluff.
the way that team is built is for Stephen Curry to get his shot off. That is the way that
Yeah,
team is
but
constructed.
that does
So it
not
doesn't
mean that
matter
he's
who is on that team, as long as he is still the man to get that ball, he's gonna always be the shooting guard of that team. It is what
I
it is.
disagree. I disagree.
Swallow it.
I
Swallow it on
disagree.
down.
No, I
Swallow it
disagree
on
because
down.
no, it was good. I disagree. I just have to
We can
disagree.
disagree. We can agree to disagree,
No,
but
we're
you
not gonna
can't
agree to
sit there and tell
disagree.
me that a person that is shoot first is a point guard. The only person that I could think of that was a point guard that was also a combo guard was maybe Francis, Steve Francis, maybe Brandon Roy, those players. Those were combo guards. That they could pass the ball, they can get players open, they could um do you agree with that?
Sorry.
Maybe, maybe not. He's probably thinking really
I'm
hard
not
now.
about to sit up here and call Steph Curry
Okay, look, is
a point
Damian Lillard a
shooting
point
guard.
guard?
I cannot. There's no way for me to do that.
Is Damian
Even
Lillard
if
a point guard?
I mean, yeah, he is.
Why?
That's actually the perfect comparison
Why? Why is he a point guard?
because he's the point guard.
But
If
why?
you gave him, if you gave Damian Lillard, Draymond Green, would
No, no,
Damian
no,
Lillard
no,
be a
no, no,
point
no,
guard?
no,
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 no.
no, no,
No.
no.
Let's make that.
We're
Let's
not
make
talking
that a
about
reality.
fantasy. We're not talking about fantasy. We're talking about
No, let's make that a
actual
reality. Let's
situations.
make that a reality.
No, no, no. We can't make
Yes,
that a reality
yes, he
because that's
is.
not what
He
we've
is.
seen.
He's a point guard. He's a point guard
Why? What
because he
makes him a
has to
point
be.
guard though? What
He's a
makes him a
point
point
guard
guard?
because I mean because he. This is like calling Dame a shooting guard. When Dame could drop, Dame then probably had higher scoring games than Steph, hasn't he? Probably
Probably, yeah.
like the scoring
So what
explosions.
makes
Yeah.
them
So
different? So what makes them different?
what makes them different is Steph is like he's always a threat no matter where he is on the floor.
So is
Like
Damian Lillard.
I mean Dame is too, but Dame what makes them different is they teammates. If you swap them out, or let's put Dame back in Portland, let's put
Here we
CJ
go.
McCollum and
Here
all of
we
that back
go.
over there. No, I'm just being
Here we
real.
go.
And
No,
then you
this
got Dame,
is
you got Dame with Draymond, with Klay Thompson. Come on, Chalk. What do you want Dame to do? You want him to
Mike.
shoot,
We
or do
can't
you
think
want him to
about what
facilitate?
if scenarios. We're thinking about actual factual point
I mean,
guard
but that
attributes.
we can make that an actual
You
factual because
hell, you could put
he
you could
will be
say,
playing
well,
the
Joel
exact
Embiid
same
was on
way as Steph
Steph
Curry.
team, then Joel Embiid probably would be making 50 points every night. We're not gonna do the fantasy thing. We're gonna talk about actual situational
He would be
comparisons.
playing the
Damian
same
Lillard is the
way as
point
Steph
guard
Curry.
because of what?
Because
But
what do you mean? Because of what? He's a point guard. Since he's a point guard.
for
I
what though?
mean, what
What
you
makes him a
mean?
point guard? Just like you came up with Steph's attributes of why he's a point guard.
Because he the one that runs or he ran the Trailblazers and now he helps run the Milwaukee Bucks. He plays the point guard position.
Okay. So
Okay,
does
let me
Steph
ask you this.
Curry
Let me ask you this.
run
Let
that
me ask you
team?
this.
Yes or
Does
no?
Steph
Does
Curry
Steph
run
Curry
that team?
run that
Yes.
team?
Yes, he does.
How does he run? How does he
What is
run
that
the
team?
team when he's looking
What
for
was
his
that team?
shot?
What was that team without Steph Curry? When he was hurt, what was they? They was a damn lottery team. Okay.
Yeah,
With
definitely,
Draymond, with Wiggins,
definitely, of
with Poole,
course. If you lose
with
your man, I'm not saying that Steph Curry isn't the man on that team. He is the man on that team, but he's not the point guard of that team. He is the shooting guard of that team.
I can't agree with that. I just
Just
can't
like
agree with
Damian
that.
Lillard, like you said, Damian Lillard looks for other players and helps them to make playmakers, what do so they can score. Steph Curry don't do that. Steph Curry does not do that. He
He don't
runs
do
if
what
there's
now?
somebody
He
open, he
don't
can
do
pass it
what?
to him. But he is not the shot caller. He's not
Are you
the
sure about
playmaker.
that? Are
Yeah,
you sure about that?
yeah.
Have you been watching Steph Curry?
You asked me that in the last pod.
I'm asking you
And
again.
I
Have you,
do. And
have
I
you been
do. And this
watching
is my
Steph Curry?
observation.
Sorry.
This is my
There
observation.
is no
Steph
way that you
Curry,
trying to
if
say that
you
Steph is
listen to this podcast, by some miracle you find this podcast and you listen to this debate about your phenomenal, legendary
man.
status
I'm about to
in
put
the
a poll up
NBA
on
world,
Twitter. I don't know what you're talking about. Because
then
we this
what makes you a point guard, Steph Curry? What makes you a point guard? I think he would have more to say about this, of course, than we do. But in my opinion, as a fan, as a player that as a player myself back in the day, point guards are generals, floor generals. They tell people where to be, they call out plays,
he
and
is the
they
newest
dribble the ball a little more often. Steph Curry doesn't do that. He
he is a
passes the
new
ball, he runs through screens, he gets to his shot, and he's phenomenal at it. Just like the
sorry.
shooting guard of the old Indiana Pacers and Reggie Miller.
Shots.
Just like
No.
the Larry Bird of
No.
the Celtics.
No. No. No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Just like you
No.
compared him to Kobe Bryant. Just like the shooting guard of Kobe Bryant.
No.
Yes. He's a shooting guard.
No. No.
I hate to bust your bubble, but he's
No.
a shooting guard.
No. No.
Shooting
He's not a shooting
guard.
guard. He is
You
not a
can't even
shooting
tell
guard.
me what makes him be a point. You can't even answer me that. You can't answer me that.
Can't answer you what?
You can't answer me what
Answer
makes
you
Steph
what?
Curry a point guard. You can't even answer that.
Because he is a point guard. That team runs the way that it runs. Man, we gonna have to
It
do a part
runs
three.
with him.
We part three
He
in this.
doesn't
We
run the
part three in
team.
this. We part three in this. Go ahead. Close it. Let's
He
close this out. Let's close this out in part three.
Okay, all right, guys.
We coming back, y'all, with
We
a part
coming
three
for
because
part three
you didn't introduce Dame into this conversation and all of that.
because Damian Lillard is a point guard.
My goal now is to get you to understand why Steph Curry is a point guard.
You can try all you want.
Yeah.
But in this day and age, in this league that we're in today, Steph Curry is a shooting guard. 5 years ago,
he is not.
He might have been a point guard. But in this day and age, right now, this new age guard system and setup, he's a shooting guard.
No, look, let's close this out. Y'all get ready for we part three in?
Part three is coming up.
Okay, we part three in, y'all. Get ready. Get ready. There's gonna be a chain link when I post this on Twitter
make
too.
Sure you comment.
So y'all,
make sure you
please, and I'm gonna throw a poll up too. I'm gonna throw a poll up. No, for real. We
I'm gonna poll up. Let's go. Let's see.
Okay.
What's up?
All right, close this. Go ahead. Close this out.
Go on X. We
get ready for part three, y'all. Get ready for part three.
Tag me in that thing.
Okay, go ahead. Close this out so we could run it again. Let's get it.
All right, man. Hey, we holler at y'all in a second. Peace.
All right.
Oh.